action on... The opening tip is won by Dallas. Williams to Lowry. Down low, Aldridge. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
Short jumper won't go down. Miles Bridges to Davis. Rebound Horford. To Paul George. From the painted area, won't go down. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Leads a bucket. And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for two.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Anthony Davis at the line for two shots. For his career, 79% at the line. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
Good shot, good shot.
It's Phoenix ball.
I got ball. Lock up. Here you come.
Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
To Bagley. Off the assist. Lowry into the front court. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Anthony Davis missed his first. That one goes.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Suns control the possession.
Here we go. You're on the island now.
To George. Fires the three. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for three.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Lowry with it. Leads just a point. Davis to Miles Bridges. Anthony Davis. 2 for 3 now here in the first. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Mavericks have the lead. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
So Lowry. Davis, a pass stolen by Phoenix. To Paul George. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Lowry into the front court. Minute gone by in this second quarter. To Aldridge. Lowry. To Williams. from long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Bagley. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. They lead it, 4-point game. To Miles Bridges, works it. Marcus Smart, good touch.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Lowry to Miles Bridges. Williams. That's corralled by Bagley. To George. Bagley. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Nothing going here on that drive. And count the basket inside. That's it for the first half. It's the Mavericks with the lead.
The Mavericks will start the second half with a narrow lead, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third.
Hey, match up.
Paul George. Here comes the screen.
I got your help.
George. Taken by Aldridge. Lowry into the front court. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. And slams it down. Big finish for Aldridge.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Here we go. My ball.
To Horford. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Lowry to Williams. Fires the 3, and Lou Williams, quick catch and shoot there for 3.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
Smith with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. George here against LaMarcus Aldridge. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Williams. Down low, Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
George to Bagley. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Oh, he can't connect. Lowry to Davis. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Strong finish for Paul George. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Williams. And the Suns right there for the rebound. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Mavericks have the lead. Dallas with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And you have to figure they like this spot they're in. Entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more importantly.
Suns with the basketball.
That's me. I got ball.
Paul George to Horford. There it is. Al Horford looking good. 4 for 5.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show because that's what you're watching right now.
To Davis. Oh, he had him there for a second. Williams. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lou Williams. George to Bagley. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
Lowry to Miles Bridges. And that'll get out of bounds off one of the Mavericks. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. It's Suns ball. Paul George to Bagley. Aldridge to J.R. Smith. Oh, had him going there for a second. Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go down for J.R. Smith. Defense was all over him. To Paul George. Bagley. To Horford. Oh, defender pulls the chair. Lowry with it. Leads one. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Kyle Lowry trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw, good. And an important one, as it makes it a two-score game. Now whistle and a timeout for Phoenix. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Shifting gears, here come some substitutions.
Number 15, Jose Barea.
George and the Mavs able to clear the rebound. And here's an intentional foul. That's free throws. Clock stops with 13 seconds to play.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Now a whistle. We'll get a timeout from Phoenix. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game.
In the crowd, have you considered enrolling your son or daughter in one of our summer basketball camps? Space is limited, so you must act soon.
Horford buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
First one, counted. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Now they get the intentional foul, and this one not over yet. 2 huge free throws coming up in a 2-point game.
This is why teammates love him. Yeah, that was an aggressive play, but you're also sending a message, setting the tone. You can't half-step on that.
Goes 2 for 2. Long key from three-quarters court. The victory to the Mavericks as they win this one by 4. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Mavericks got the win in a close game. The statistic that seems to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. The Suns just couldn't close this one out. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Check out the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Turnover.
I'm still having trouble believing how poorly each team is taking care of the basketball. We saw more turnovers in that first half than you'll see in most games.
Player of the game.
LaMarcus Aldridge put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen